Hey guys, I wanted to do another quick video. I did a video a couple months ago talking about Trello for homeschool, which has been awesome. I love Trello. This is just another tool using Google Classroom. I'm going to make it really quick because I know time is very valuable right now. So, um, classroom.google.com, a lot of parents are probably familiar with it. If your kids were in public schools, I feel like a lot of the teachers and the setups went to this Google Classroom. And like I said before, I used Trello when my kids migrated back home for COVID, and it was good. Trello is a great tool if you are using um, a school curriculum when you're trying to juggle a hectic schedule. You need to have links in there and a lot of information. Where I'm finding Google Classrooms a little bit more useful is when you have your own homeschool curriculum. So this year we are homeschooling. I have a first grader and an eighth grader, and I wanted to be able to track things easier, streamline it, prep and plan. And I know it sounds like a lot, but this is actually going to make things a lot easier. So, um, again, it's classroom.google.com. When you first set up an account or you first go there, it's going to ask you, like, set up an account. It's super easy. Super easy to, you just use your Google email address. If you don't have one, set one up. And then you'll see nothing here. Obviously, I have some things set up right now, but you can go here and then you would create a class, and that's kind of how I've gotten here. So for my first grader, I actually have all of her classes under one tab, where my eighth grader, I've given one for each subject. And I'll kind of explain a little bit more on that in a minute, but starting with my first grader. So in here, this is just like a stream, kind of like your social stream, how when things are being updated, etc. Again, so for my first grader, she can do a little bit of reading. The biggest reason that I do this is for keeping track of grades. Right now in Michigan, you don't have to have like a huge paper trail when you homeschool, but just in case anybody were to ask me, so what did you do in that year of homeschool, or however long we decide to homeschool, I want to be able to say this is the curriculum we used, and this is when the kids completed it, and these were the grades that they got. So going into classwork, again, I have done it all in one section. So I have math, social studies, science, phonics. We're doing a Hooked on Phonics program as well, and then language arts. And so what we do is I put every week, I'm scheduling the assignments underneath its proper category. And again, this is going to be how you want to do it. This is just what I found is working for us. So her math assignment on Monday was to read pages 15 through 16, da da da. So then, now they have an iPad, and on that iPad, I can be signed into theirs, and I check mark it, okay, turned in. Now my older one, she does it herself. My younger one, I just check it off once she's done. And then what we can do is assign a grade in that. And I'm going to kind of show you that in a minute. But again, the nice thing about this, it's all in one place. You can manage. So if we go to edit, so I have everything set up to be 10 points. So it says that she turned this in. So I can go into here, give her 10 points on it. In our house, like the homework, you get full credit for making an effort on the homework, and then and I think most of them are 10 points, but again, everybody's system is going to be different. And then when you click return, then it will make that grade there, and then later on this will actually go into their grade book. So Yeah, and basically, so with her, that's just what it looks like. So every Saturday or Sunday, I'm sitting down, taking whatever the schedule is, putting it in here. And again, the biggest reason for me with my first grader is so when I look at that grades, and I don't think I have it hers set up yet across here, but as I can just do, I can look at making sure all this stuff's turned in. Obviously, um, I know when she turns things in, but it's for more of a record keeping standpoint and just staying organized. There's also a calendar app that I'm gonna put in the link that is I have it on the iPad and through my iPhone. So I don't know if it's available on the Android store, but it's on the Apple store. And it's amazing. And through that app, every time I have, because this is linked to my Google account, then when there's assignments due, they can show up on my calendar. Now I don't need them on my calendar, so they don't show up on mine, but on my daughter's calendar, my 8th grader, it does show up on her calendar, so she can easily see what assignments are due and when they're due. I'm going to go into my 8th grader's math class really quick. So here we have chapter by chapter, and these are all things that she's already finished. And then upcoming ones. So you see these ones that are gray, they have not posted yet. So you can schedule things. So we do a title. You can add Google Drive links, YouTube. So again, this is a great place to like house that information. We are doing most of our schoolwork on paper, using paper and pen. So we don't need to use that many tools, but this would be even more helpful if you're using a lot of those things. Again, assigning a grade to it just to kind of, assess it later. And then assigning a due date. Now, the other thing is you can schedule it. And so your due date is going to be different than when you schedule it. And if you schedule it, this is when it pops up. This is when it's going to appear in Google Classroom. And I can show you what that is going to look like too. And so if you go to create, always going crazy. Looks good. My daughter built making stuff on Legos. Okay, so anyways, I do topics for each chapter, assignments, quiz assignments, question, material, reuse, post. So a lot of different options for you here. We mainly use assignment and topic. So if you're to create a new assignment, sample assignment, again, so let's just say it's 100 points. Your due date is on Monday. You can have a time that it's due, but maybe you just, again, homeschool, it's just, maybe it's that day. You can assign it to a topic or you can create a new topic right inside of here. And then you can either assign it, which means it's going to go live right away. You can save a draft, which means it's just going to be in draft mode, or you can schedule it. And when you schedule it, that means it's going to pop up that morning. And if your kid's email is linked to it, then they'll get an email that it is assigned. So it's super streamlined, super easy. And then the last thing I want to show you, so then you go to grades. Her class average kind of matches with what she's doing. Surprise, surprise. So if you, obviously, like if you're teaching more kids, this is, I can see why our school teachers want to use it. But the nice part about it is, again, so there is this, it's just keeping it all in one place. We can export this out and just say, and have that in hand, like this is what they worked on, and this is what this looked like. So the nice part about this too is you can input a grade right from here. And then you would press return, and then it returns it to them. So anyways, I think that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. I guess, one more to review. So these are all things, and you're like, that's a lot of stuff. Well, that's because I'm playing catch up right now as we're just starting school. And so we've been doing like math throughout the summer, so I'm just catching up on a couple things. But normally you would just have, you know, the things that were due over the past couple days, and then you can, like, these are things that I don't need to review, so I can mark them as reviewed. So super easy. Let me know if you have any questions, because you guys know I have a passion for technology and making it work for our lives. So bye, guys.